Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're re-diving deep into the world of one of the planet's most magnificent and ancient creatures, the rhinoceros. You might think you know these armored giants, but there's so much more to them than meets the eye. So grab your virtual safari hat and let's get started on our journey to uncover the secrets of the rhino. When you picture a rhino, you probably imagine a massive grey animal with one or two impressive horns on its nose. And you're right. The word rhinoceros actually comes from Greek, with rhino meaning nose and ceros meaning horn. But did you know there isn't just one type of rhino? There are actually 5 distinct species scattered across Africa and Asia, and each one is unique. Let's start our tour in Africa, home to 2 species. First up, we have the white rhino. Now, its name is a bit of a misnomer. They aren't actually white. Their color is more of a yellowish brown to grey. The name is believed to have come from a mistranslation of the Afrikaans word, wid, which means wide, referring to their wide, square upper lip. This lip is perfectly adapted for grazing on grasses, almost like a living lawnmower. They are the most social of all rhino species, often found in groups called crashes. Then there's the black rhino, the white rhino's slightly smaller cousin. Unlike the white rhino, the black rhino has a prehensile or pointed upper lip. This hook-like lip is a fantastic tool for grabbing leaves and twigs from bushes and trees, making them browsers rather than grazers. Black rhinos are known for being more solitary and having a reputation for being a bit more curious and sometimes aggressive, though this is often just a defense mechanism. It's their way of saying, "Hey, give me my space." Now, let's travel across the Indian Ocean to Asia, where we find the other 3 species. The greater one-horned rhino, also known as the Indian rhino, is a true heavyweight. You can easily recognize it by its single horn and its incredible armor-like skin that hangs in thick folds. It almost looks like it's wearing a suit of plate mail. These rhinos love water and are excellent swimmers. They spend a lot of time wallowing in mud and swamps to cool down and protect their skin from the sun and insects. Next, we journey to the islands of Indonesia to meet 2 of the world's most critically endangered animals. First, the Javon rhino. It's closely related to the Indian rhino, also having a single horn, but it's much smaller. Sadly, Javon rhinos are one of the rarest large mammals on Earth. The entire population lives in a single national park in Java, Indonesia. They are incredibly shy and elusive, which makes studying them a real challenge for scientists. And finally, we have the Sumatran rhino. This is the smallest of all rhino species and the only one in Asia with 2 horns. What's truly amazing about them is that they are covered in long hair, making them the closest living relative to the extinct woolly rhino that roamed the earth during the Ice Age. They are true living fossils. Like the Javon rhino, they are critically endangered and face an uphill battle for survival in the dense tropical forests of Sumatra and Borneo. So, we've met the 5 species, but what about that famous horn? It's probably the rhino's most defining feature, but it's also the source of its greatest danger. Here's a surprising fact. A rhino's horn is not made of bone. It's actually made of keratin, the exact same protein that makes up your hair and fingernails. It's essentially a tightly compacted mass of hair that continues to grow throughout the rhino's life. But if it breaks off, it can even partially grow back. Rhinos use their horns for all sorts of things, defending themselves from predators like lions and tigers, protecting their calves, and digging for water or roots. Beyond their horns, rhinos are fascinating in other ways. They might look slow and cumbersome, but don't be fooled. A rhino can charge at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour or 50 kilometers per hour. That's faster than the fastest human runner. They also have surprisingly delicate feet. Each foot has 3 toes, and they essentially walk on their tiptoes with a large, soft pad underneath that cushions their immense weight. Their senses are also quite interesting. Rhinos have terrible eyesight. They can't see a person standing still at a distance of about 100 feet. But what they lack in vision, they more than make up for with their incredible sense of smell and hearing. Their large, trumpet-like ears can rotate independently, allowing them to pinpoint sounds from any direction. And their powerful nose can pick up scents from far away, warning them of danger or helping them find other rhinos. Communication is key in the rhino world. They use a complex system of sounds and signals. You might hear them snort, grunt, or even make a squeaking sound, especially between a mother and her calf. But a huge part of their communication is something you can't see or hear. They use communal dung piles, known as mdons. Think of it as a rhino social media platform. By sniffing the midden, a rhino can tell who has been there, their age, their sex, and if a female is ready to mate. It's a chemical bulletin board full of information. Unfortunately, no discussion about rhinos can be complete without addressing the severe threats they face. The biggest threat, by far, is poaching. As we mentioned, their horns are highly valued in some cultures for use in traditional medicine and as status symbols, despite there being no scientific evidence of any medicinal properties. This illegal demand has fueled a devastating poaching crisis that has pushed several rhino species to the very brink of extinction. Another major threat is habitat loss. As human populations grow, natural rhino habitats are shrinking. Forests are cleared for agriculture, and infrastructure like roads and settlements fragment their territories. This not only reduces the area where rhinos can live and find food, but also brings them into closer conflict with humans. But there is hope. All around the world, incredibly dedicated people are fighting to protect these amazing animals. Conservation organizations, governments, and local communities are working together. Their efforts include anti-poaching patrols with highly trained rangers who risk their lives to protect rhinos. They use advanced technology like GPS tracking, drones, and even trained dogs to monitor rhino populations and catch poachers. Furthermore, conservationists are working to restore and protect rhino habitats. This involves creating wildlife corridors to connect fragmented areas, allowing rhinos to move freely and safely. There are also breeding programs in zoos and protected sanctuaries that serve as a genetic backup, ensuring the species can survive even if wild populations face a catastrophe. Some programs even involve translocating rhinos to new, secure locations to establish new populations. And one of the most powerful tools in conservation is youth. Education and awareness are crucial. By learning about rhinos and sharing their story, you can help change perceptions and reduce the demand for rhino horn. Supporting reputable conservation organizations, whether through donations or by spreading their message, makes a real difference. When you travel, choose responsible ecotourism operators that contribute to local conservation efforts. Your choices matter. The story of the rhinoceros is a powerful reminder of the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems and our responsibility to protect them. These prehistoric-looking giants have walked the earth for millions of years, and they are a vital part of their environment. As large herbivores, they help shape the landscape, creating habitats for many other species. Losing them would be an irreversible tragedy. So next time you see a picture of a rhino, remember the incredible diversity among the 5 species. From the grazing white rhino to the hairy Sumatran rhino. Think about their keratin horns, their surprisingly quick feet, and their clever use of middens to communicate. And most importantly, remember the dedicated people fighting for their survival and the role we can all play in ensuring these magnificent creatures continue to roam the savannas and forests for generations to come. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of rhinos. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more adventures into the animal kingdom. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. See you next time.